All right, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Klothing, and I'm back with another video, man. Looking for my stars, so I'm not going nowhere. So before I actually kick off this video, I'm not going to do no long housekeeping, but let's just remember a few things. I am so close to reaching 2K subscribers on YouTube. So if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, man, we're here again. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Number two, I am so close to reaching that next stage of monetization when it comes to my YouTube channel. So if you clicked on this video, please stay for the full length of this video because that really helps a small account like myself. But that's going to wrap up housekeeping. Let's get into the video. Is Supreme back? That's honestly a genuine question I have. I feel like I've started to see way more Supreme, whether it be conversations, Supreme collections, people sharing it. Like I've seen so much Supreme content being pushed on my algorithm. I'm like, I know for most people, they're like, well, Supreme never died. Y'all just got over the hype and yada, yada, like whatever the case may be. I haven't seen much conversation around Supreme until very lately. And even not just talking about the MFG, which y'all know I'm a big fan of MFG. If y'all don't know what that stands for, that's Marithé Francois Girbaud. Even though I am a huge fan of MFG, even more recently, they just had people going crazy for the Max B. And I'll keep it real. I'm not tapped in. I don't know much about Max B. When I was growing up, my dome or like my idea outside of the Bay Area is just blank, bro. Like I was hip to what was being played on BET, MTV, yada, yada. I wasn't really hip and entrenched into other people's culture other than like Bay Area culture. So I don't really know the magnitude of Max B. But I saw so many people going crazy for those t-shirts. Those t-shirts sold out in seconds. I seen people waiting in line crazy. I saw people ask, oh, do you even know any of his songs?
Niggas ready to kill for the Max B. Niggas really listen to Mighty Cyrus. Name one Max B song, you heard? I want to hear the rap that.
Trying to tell me something.
One Max B song? Porno music.
G's up, hoes down. If that bitch can't swim, she gon' drown.
Hey, Matt, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Why am I surrounded? What the fuck is going on? What are y'all doing? You know what? Bro, I'm not listening to
It's almost time for round two. Get out.
They got something special in this shit.
People like denying people to get in because they don't know. Like, I was like, this feels like old Supreme. And again, I've never really been truly a big Supreme head. I mean, I've woken up on many occasions growing up trying to get Supreme pieces. I was never able to get it. And it just wasn't accessible to me. I didn't really have the funds to always get Supreme pieces. My first Supreme piece is actually this bag right here that I got in college, and my homie actually woke up and he was able to get it and I wasn't. But that is the first Supreme piece that I got. I want to say I was like 2017 or something like that. Like that was probably, and I had another t-shirt. It was the Curious Supreme shirt. And honestly, now that I think about it, I don't even know if that shirt was real. I remember I sold it on Depop for like $40, but I did have two Supreme pieces back then. But again, I was never really a big Supreme head, but I knew the magnitude of Supreme. And then when they put a store in San Francisco, I've been to that store maybe 2 or 3 times. Like of course, I like streetwear, so I know about Supreme. But I've never just been like a super Supreme head. When I woke up to get the drop for the MFG Supreme collab, it just felt crazy. It's like I'm waking up, I'm trying to get other people on the site to get me a piece. It just felt crazy. I'm like, it almost made me like have an epiphany. I'm like, wow, is Supreme back? And I don't know, lately they've been on fire. And again, I'm not really hip to what they've been doing, but I feel like as of late, a lot of content from Supreme has been pushed or is being pushed on my algorithm. But I'm done yapping. Let me go ahead and showcase the 2 pieces that I picked up from the Supreme MFG collab. All right, so the first piece I was able to pick up from this collection is this jersey. Now, if you watched my other video, then you know as soon as I pressed next on Hypebeast and I saw this jersey, it was instant. I was like, I need this jersey. And honestly, I don't even know what it was about the jersey that just had me so captivated. I mean, they had like leather bombers, they had denim tuxedos, they had, a bunch of stuff before I saw this piece. But as soon as I saw this piece, I was like, oh, that's the piece I'm gunning for. And maybe it's just because, like, again, it reminds me of that era of MFG in the early 2000s, like people rocking the shuttle jeans, with jerseys and long white tees under it. So maybe it kind of hit on like nostalgia points. But I knew, especially going into the spring, summer, I needed to cop this. And honestly, I'm done yapping. Let's look at the piece on body. Now, the size that I got for this was a large. And honestly, the large is great. Do not get me wrong. But y'all know me, I like a little crop on it. So I feel like I could have went medium with the jersey. But again, the large is perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's a little longer than I would typically like. But I think it fits exactly how it needs to fit. So if you're wondering what size you should get, I think they run a little larger. So if you are like, you know, a true medium, you probably could go down to a small if that's how you want to style it. If you do want like a little bit of a longer oversized fit, you can go with your true size. Again, I could have went medium, but the large isn't bad. I mean, it's perfect. Now, one thing that I'm actually super surprised about is the weight of this. Now, I thought this was just going to be one of them little, you know, loosely put together jerseys. Like if I get caught on the door handle, or if I'm like, you know, next to something, I get snagged on like whatever the piece is. Like I thought like, oh, it was going to rip very easily. I thought it was going to be very lightweight. I thought it was going to be a little less than what it is. And actually the weight on this is perfect. It's not super heavy. It's also not super light. It's like in the perfect balance of being heavyweight and lightweight at the same time. It's like, it's right in the middle. Like this is exactly what I wanted from this. Again, this piece is really great. Nothing over the top. It has the branding on the front, symbolizing the collaboration, MFG and Supreme. And then other than that, it's very simple and it's not really doing too much. Like they could have went very, you know, Supreme heavy, logo everywhere. They could have went MFG heavy, but they kept it real clean and very true to MFG fashion. So that's what I mean, again, that's what I really love about this collab is the fact that it feels like a MFG plus Supreme collab versus a Supreme with the MFG name slap on it. But again, this jersey is fire, bro. Going into spring, summer, this is going to be fire because I could rock this with like a tank top under. I could rock it with a t-shirt. But most of all, I could rock this with no shirt under it and be perfectly fine. So like this jersey, definitely, I mean, it was like a 185, 170 price tag. I think I got what I deserve. This is what I deserve. This is a great pickup from this collab. I think it's probably one of the better pieces from this collab. And I think it was like the third most sold out piece. Like I think it went the bags. No, the denim shorts went first. The bags went next. The jerseys definitely went quick, especially in this color. I think a colorway of the pants went pretty quickly. The leather bombers didn't really move too much. But like these went quick. I was surprised how quick these went. I thought people were going to be gunning more for the denim tuxedo. I thought people were going to be gunning more for like the leather bomber, but the jerseys actually went quick. But again, the jerseys fire. I can't. And plus on the secondary markets, like the Grail, the Depop's, even Goat and like other websites, like they're actually close to retail. Like somebody is maybe charging an extra $20 to $40 for this, but like, knowing me, if I was y'all, oh, I'm lowballing crazy. Because although this was a hype collab, I think the majority of people who got it tried to get it for the purpose of trying to resell it. And I think now that the hype has kind of died down from it, because a lot of people honestly probably didn't even know about MFG. If you were born in the late 2000s, you probably don't know about MFG. So like, you're not really interested. So these people are now sitting on this inventory and they're trying to get rid of it. I think especially if you wait like another week or two, you can lowball them and you could get your price. I don't condone lowballing, but I partake. All right, so the next and last piece that I was able to snag from this collab is the denim shorts, and more specifically, the light wash of the denim shorts. I mean, these went fast. This is the colorway that went fast. I mean, they had the white, they had the black, they had the medium wash. The light wash, I think that was the first piece that was sold out like on this drop. This was like the most sought out piece in my opinion. But let's actually take a look at this pair of denim shorts. Now, the first thing that I like to mention, I am a size 36, 34, just depending on the company. I thought since these were going to be like that oversized fit based on the model looks, I was considering maybe I should get a 34. They look like they're going to be oversized. Maybe I could squeeze into the 34. I am so happy I am so happy I went with the 36. I definitely couldn't have fit into a 34. These are very much so stick to your true size. So although they do have that oversized look, stick to your true size. I am so happy I got the 36 because the 34 I just know wouldn't have fit. Although I still have a little room in this 36, it's not much. It's not much, honestly. And like, I know the denim's going to relax a little bit, but the 36 was the perfect size for me. Now, talking about the denim, this was one of the points of like concern that I did have for this collab because like MFG is known for their denim. I mean, I have the denim jacket from like 1980s. I have the shuttle jeans from the early 2000s. So as soon as I opened up these shorts, I was like, okay, let's put it to the test. How does it feel compared to like MFG in their prime? And honestly, it's not too far off. Like, I have the shuttle jeans, I have the denim jacket, I'm feeling them, just trying to examine the denim. Although I do feel like the older versions of like the denims from MFG that I do have, I feel like those items, like the denim wise, it feels like it's a little bit better in my opinion. These are still very new as far as like the shorts that I got. These are still very new. So they could like get to that point, but I feel like the denim on the shuttle jeans and the denim jacket that I do own for MFG, like it's a little bit better in quality with the older pieces, but these aren't bad. Like, they're actually better than I expected. The structure wise, the way they feel, they do have a little ounces to it. If I had to guess, they're probably like weight wise, they're probably in the 8 to 10 ounce. So like, it's actually pretty good in my opinion. But I am interested to see what it does over time, to see a little bit more relaxed, to see like, you know, the structure kind of become a little softer. But overall, like, it's a great pair of jeans. Now, taking a look at the smaller details, the thing that I am so glad that they did, and I mentioned this in the other video, if you take a look at where you button up the pants, so you have the primary button, but something that MFG is known for doing is that secondary button. I had a pair of shorts in the past, but I don't have a picture of like what it looks like. But these shorts right here from MFG were the same exact way. And I did have these jeans right here that were also the same way, where they had the primary button and they also had the secondary button. So again, sticking true to like the core of the brand that they're doing a collab with. Absolutely love it. Again, it's hitting on all fronts when it comes to MFG, so I could really appreciate that. And again, they didn't really go too crazy with the branding. Like, you do have the back tab having the MFG and Supreme, and then on the button and the secondary button, you also have the branding of MFG and Supreme. And then also on the inside of the denim, they do have that branding as well, which they didn't have to go that extra step. Honestly, they could have left it at like, you know, the back tab right here. They could have left it at the tab right here, also the branding right here. But that extra step just to like really bring it back, you know, to a full blown collab, it was just overall executed really well in my opinion. So these denim shorts are also just a great freaking piece. Dude, it's so dope. But nah, for real though, like, especially like both these pieces are just great spring summer additions to my closet. I'm building that spring summer closet right now. And these were just pieces that I needed, like separate pieces, standalone pieces on their own. They're both necessary. You're going to need a good pair of jorts. Simple. You're going to need a good pair of jorts. You're going to need a good jersey. Like, all that airflow with that mesh is just going to do so much for you during these hot seasons that's about to approach. And I just thought this was like a well-executed collab. This is what Supreme needs to continue to do. Stop partnering with people or with brands that just don't make sense. Like, focus on the core. Focus on finding those brands that people can really hit on, like that nostalgia. Like the ones that were the giants back then, like, bring those people back into the forefront, because like, I literally didn't know this was going to happen when I got that denim jacket like a month ago. I didn't know that was going to happen, that Supreme and MFG was going to drop a collab, and I was ready for it. So like, I honestly don't even know where I was going with that. Let's get back to the core things that matter. Stop focusing on and partnering with people that just don't matter. Like, you're just trying to get a quick cash grab. I think that is why a lot of these companies, I'm not going to name them, a lot of these companies are not doing great because they're losing their core audience. They're losing their core values, losing the things that made them dope. The things that made them stand out, the things that made them dope, and why people were lining up down the street and why people were becoming collectors of these. And again, I haven't been hip to what Supreme's doing. This is more so not about Supreme, but a lot of brands are not making as much money because I feel like a piece of it is like you're moving and straying so far away from like the core values of that company, and you're trying to get cash grabs, and that's just no longer going to happen. You can't do that anymore. You need to really drive it home on what you stand on and keep pushing through. I don't know what this has turned into, but again, MFG Supreme collab. I mean, this is what I needed. I love it. I'm glad MFG is coming back to the front and center stage and people are now getting hit to it, which means they can do more collaborations with different people. They can drop more drops. They can be seen more to get more money flowing back into the business than they could be who they are, bro. Again, I'm a big MFG supporter. So again, let me know in the comments, what was your favorite piece? Was it the jersey or was it the shorts? And if I wasn't able to pick up the piece that you thought was super dope, let me know in the comments what piece was the best from this drop. I am very interested to hear it. Again, big fan of MFG, so I'm very interested to know what other people thought was like the standout piece from this collection. But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch you on the next one.
But I love the way you work it. Hey, I love the way you work it for me.